And lucky I did check. Lucky I checked that we were recording the weren't.
Yeah.
Good day! Aussie Bonsai Bloke, get going! Today we are going to be, Seth here has got his tree. This is Seth's little tree. He's had it for what, 2 years, mate? Maybe more?
Yeah, I reckon like 3.
Maybe 3 years from a little baby. It was a, what was it?
I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I think it's a Japanese box or an English box, I'm not sure. Some sort of a box, but anyway, it was a lot of years ago. Cannot remember. So, this is looking reasonably neglected, isn't it, bud?
Yeah.
Fairly neglected.
We better pull all those weeds out.
I'm just trying to work out whether we got some sort of a spider mite or anything. There's some sign of
I saw a little ant there.
some sign of leaf damage on here. This one's been sort of tucked in amongst the other bonsais, just chilling. I think it got a bit of a hedging last year and that's about it. Well, he could be a bit of the culprit. He's a snail. So maybe it was just a snail. Yeah, because that's a snail mark on this leaf. Look at that, Seth. That could be a snail, do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe a snail. Anyway, back to the tree. So today, it's been neglected, full of weeds. You haven't been weeding that, have you, bud?
Yeah, and you haven't been working on it, and we haven't done videos on it, so we're doing it today.
Yeah, but you haven't weeded it in the past, have you?
Yeah.
Look at it.
Forgot about that.
Looks a bit like mine.
Yeah, some of yours are worse than that though.
Okay, so today, and also, if you have a look, it's actually coming out the pot. It's that. Look at that. Look how overgrown that is in that pot. That's been in that pot for a long time. Here's another issue. We've got slugs in the bottom. 1 slug. Do you want to eat a slug? 2 slugs.
Why are you throwing on the table on the snake?
So we've got slugs, no good either. And the roots, what do slugs do?
I don't know, eat the plant maybe?
Do you know what? I don't know what they do.
Slow slug.
I don't know what they do either. There's only, oh hello, oh hello.
The slug.
Hello, hello, who's a boy, who's a boy?
Yeah.
So there's only 3 slugs, and I don't know what they do, but they're not good. So
and
let's
your
kill
grass
them.
could be touched.
Kill the snail. Bye. Now, so we're going to repot it today.
I don't like it's moving.
Yeah, they're disgusting. You're disgusting, bud.
You should have said
No, certainly lost his shell. Okay, so today let's get back to the video. We're getting sidetracked here with bugs. So back to this video. Seth is going to do all the work. I'm just going to sit and watch him. He's going to trim it,
no, and you're going to help me.
weed it, and then repot it. So everything today. It's getting the whole kit and caboodle, and we may put it into a bigger pot. It might be time it goes into a bigger pot because it's a baby tree in a very small pot, isn't it?
Yeah. Either that or we give it a bit of a trim on the bottom.
Alright.
It's all grown.
So let's weed it. So what you need to do is get this root hook, dig it into these weeds and pull these weeds off the surface like that.
Okay.
See how that's pulling it off?
Yeah.
Alright, so you just, hang on, I'll get the camera, we'll do a close-up. Don't normally get the opportunity to do close-ups. Okay. So if you want to weed it, you got to pull from the middle out, bud. So spin the tree and pull from the middle out with your hook. So put your hook in. You got to pull from the middle and pull outwards. And hold the whole pot so the pot doesn't go. Good job. And keep raking all them weeds off.
I'm surprised this tree's still alive.
You always had water, and that's what they mainly need, water and sun. It's had water and sun, that's the biggest thing they need. Couple of bugs ain't nothing for a tree if it's healthy, and it's got a lot of good roots. So pull that. Just try and keep your hands out the way of the camera when you're working. I know it's hard. If I was a better cameraman, I might end up doing a better job, but I'm not. And then you wouldn't have to worry about your hands in the way. Sorry, bud.
That's fine. You'll get better at it eventually.
Yep. Right, pull this big lot out. Oh, you pulled the whole tree out. Let's hold this. Right, do the raking. So that's a mixture of weeds and moss and
We're gonna
stuff.
in the last video we made, we found our jackpot of moss, and we kept looking for ages and ages for moss on the side of the shed and stuff, and then we found this big jackpot, didn't we?
Yep.
And then we just we wish we found this spot before.
You got a bit left over here. Pull that off.
Yeah. We'll pull this off.
Okay, I'm pretty happy with that for now.
Yeah.
It's all pretty clear. You can pull some out by hand if there's some weeds.
Yeah.
But there's actually really good roots in that. You have a look. Crazy good amount of roots. Those slugs were hiding up inside there.
Right in them holes.
But it's really healthy.
And then the snail's up there somewhere.
Really cool. Okay. So let's put it back in the pot just for a second. Just slide it in there. And let's work on the top. Well, let's work on the top first. I always work on the tree before I repot it, because if you work on it before you repot it,
you work out what size.
sorry, if you work on it after you repot it, then you're going to be wobbling it around in the fresh dirt that you just put in. So that's why I work on it first, so that I can move it around, and then when you've repotted it, you leave it sit still and recover.
And you might have you dig a pot if you pot it before you work on it, because you might need to cut half the tree off.
Yep. And now we're going to do an experiment just to see how simple bonsai is. Seth, you don't do much trimming, do you?
No.
As we can see here.
You don't either. Clearly.
Now, all I want to do, I'm going to tell you one simple thing. Listening?
Yeah.
One simple thing. And this is as simple as I say bonsai is. And we're going to see how Seth goes with it. All I want you to do is all these long shoots, follow them back to only 2 pairs of leaves, or see how this is 1 pair, this is 2 pair, and this is 3. On this one you could actually leave 3 because the internodes are actually really short. So on this, 3 pairs is how many leaves?
10.
3 pair? A pair is 2. 3 times
6.
2? Yes. So I want you to leave 6 leaves on the bottom of every shoot, and then cut just after that. Every shoot. Across all these long ones.
What's so like them 2, them 2, and then them 2 I'd leave?
See here, the base, that comes from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. cut here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one you can just cut the very tip off. Here, you got 2 branches coming out. See, that's a new branch?
Yeah.
So that stays because it's only got 6 leaves anyway. But this other branch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, cut. This one here, 6 leaves, cut. Okay, so that's your only instructions, and now we're going to see how you go. Cut away, son. Count 6 leaves.
Right there. Is that what I cut?
Oh no, did you count 6?
Yeah.
When you cut? Remember that's a side branch, so you only start counting after that branch going up. Another easy way to count is to do 3, see here? See how you got 3 lots of leaves, there's a join, so that's a join of a branch. So you got 1 branch, 2 branches. Count 1, 2, third lot of leaves up. So 1, 2, third lot of leaves, cut.
That's what I was going to cut.
Yep, so you just do that over the whole thing.
Apart from there, what would you?
No, here you do as well.
On the one.
You start where the leaves start.
Something like there.
If you don't know anything, you can ask. But you're doing pretty well.
Wait, do I count that leaf because it's half eaten?
Still count it, yeah.
Wait, what do I do here? Because there's 7 there. Because there's 2 right next to it.
On that one, see how this is going to divide from here? Looks like it might divide there. So what I would do is cut just above it, just try and force it to divide into 2 branches. But it will anyway, so just cut there. So that's 3, cut. So you got your, well, that one's only 3 leaves. That's my fault, I told you to cut there. But that's alright. And then you just keep going around. So this shoot here, 1, 2, 3 lots of leaves. See, pair, pair, pair. So cut here. And that's all you do around the whole tree. Just do the same thing. So here, and so here it divides. See this divide? There, there.
Mm.
So all you do is count 1, 2, 3 pairs. Just cut the very tip of this one off. And leave the 2 big leaves.
There?
Yep.
Don't really cut that little leaf.
I see him. Joking. And then we go here. Some of the leaves have fallen off, so you just want to leave a short section. So just cut it past the last two.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not always exactly the same, but it's pretty close to. There's a bug in here or a spider. See how it's curled up the leaves to get. Oh,
What was it?
it's a jumping spider.
Oh.
Well, those leaves are short enough anyway, that branch, so we'll leave that jumping spider in there to kill the bugs. Might kill some of the bugs in there. Right, this one here, count. 1, 2, 3, cut. One higher. Yep. This one here. 1, 2, 3, cut. This one here. 1, 2, 3, cut. Okay, this back one, this side one here or whatever, just cut it just before that damaged bit, so that's 3 pair again. Here, 1, 2, 3 lots. Watch out for the leaf.
There.
Yep. This one here. Just cut back. No, that would, you don't cut where there's no leaf, otherwise it won't look very pretty, and you want it to look okay, so leave at least 2 sets, because there's a big straight, there's a bit of a straight section there, but we'll leave it like that. That's cool, that looks cool. Okay, now here, count. Is it making more sense? Every time there's a branch division, see how there's division?
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want where it divides into 2. And I can't see anywhere where there's 3 from one spot. There's only ever 2. Seems to be only ever 2. But once you got that division, then you count 1, 2, 3 lots of leaves. So cut again after the 3rd lot on this one I'm holding.
Okay.
Is that the 3rd lot?
No, second.
Oh, I think you're right. Little one. Yeah. I was just making sure you knew whether you're right or not. This one here. See, the smaller the shoot, the closer in it's got to be cut. Further out. No, no, no. Look where you're cutting. You're cutting on this next one. You've already cut that one. See this next one? 1, 2, 3. So it gets more fiddlier because you're going into smaller shoots where your leaves are in a lot closer. Okay. And then we got some weird stuff going on at the back here, but that's alright. Okay, top. 1, 2, 3 and cut.
There.
If that's 3, yep. Because you got this little side shoot there, so that one will be good.
Leo, I thought you were on the couch.
This one here is a bit long. So anywhere where it's just too long, you look back into it. 1, 2, 3, cut in there. And here's another long one. just needs a tip pulled out. What do you reckon? You getting close?
Yeah.
Pretty close. Maybe this one here, just a tiny bit cut out.
There?
Yeah. Just to try and make it divide. Because where you cut it, you'll hopefully get 2 shoots to come out from next time. That's the plan. Okay, I reckon you've done pretty well. It's a pretty crazy looking tree now. I like its craziness. There's that spider being silly. The jumping spider. I don't know whether the camera could pick up on it, but we'll have a look.
I'm a jumping spider.
Watch out, Sethy.
I just saw it jumping around. It's right there.
Okay, so enough chasing that spider around. Try to take a photo of it, but it's evasive. Now, the only other thing we've got left to do, Seth, is put a bit of wire. Because the sunlight's only been on the one side, there's nothing on the back of the tree. So we just want to pull one thing down just to give it some depth back at the back. So we might just pull that one down and maybe even that one. So we need some really thin bit of wire just to pull those 2 down. And then I reckon we're good to repot.
Or do some string. I don't know.
But yeah, pretty cool little tree, Sethy. Pretty cool little tree.
Yeah.
Let's get some wire. Let's get some. I'll help you.
I saw something wire in here.
Yeah.
This stuff? That's thicker.
No, this is aluminium wire. No, you got your pliers.
Okay.
Gotta get your pliers.
Thought that would come in useful.
We've got all these viewers at home waiting for us to get back on the camera set. What are we doing?
I don't know. Let's just bring it over there.
Alright, let's cut it. Give it a cut further. Take plenty over there. Cut. Right, let's go over there.
Yeah, let's hurry up.
Now, all we want to do, Seth, is put a bit of wire underneath the roots here. Okay, you've actually got a very good root spread going here. Bit of wire under there, have it come back out. Just fold the end like that.
And then we'll put it on the branch.
And then all we want to do is pull the branch down to where we want it. This is called using a guide wire. And then we just bend it like that.
And
now,
then,
can you cut the wire here?
And then we'll use that for the other bit we need.
Yep. Be careful not to break the branch, you're pulling too hard. Gotta be gentle. Gotta be gentle, mate.
Now we'll use this
Gotta
piece.
be nice and gentle. Now we've got to pull this top one down as well. So now we put another piece in the soil. Stab it in here. And try and make it come back up. Somewhere. Come on. Where'd it go? I reckon it come out the bottom of the pot. Don't quite need to go that far, but we do need a bit of an anchor. Did it come out the bottom? Don't know. We need a bit of an anchor, and we don't want to pull on that same root we did before, or we'll start hurting the root. Okay, I found another one. So now, all you want to do around this top one, okay, I'll pull this top one down and you've got to bend that wire around it. So you've got to kink it right where that branch is. Okay, now cut that wire gently without wrecking the branch. Careful for the leaves when you do it. Good job. Now, if you have a look at the backs there, see how it's filling in the back, you don't have that big bald spot?
Yeah.
Now when you spin it round, it makes the whole thing look full. So that'll divide out here and grow nice and strong at the back. Right. We could put it back in this pot, but I feel like we really need to try and find a little bit bigger pot and give it a bit more room to grow. You think?
Yeah. Because I wanted it to get a bit bigger.
Yeah. Alright, let's go and find a pot. Alright, Seth, what do you got there, bud?
No little pot from the cupboard.
You reckon it looks pretty cool?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of old patina on there.
It suits the tree.
A lot of old moss and patina. Give it a bit.
Suits the tree pretty well.
Yeah, and have a look at the extra room it's going to have to grow now, see? And we're not going to have to chop any of those beautiful roots off. So this tree won't look back, it will just love it. Then we'll be able to put it in a nice sunny spot. Maybe a little bit more sunny than the other spot because it was growing a little bit one-sided, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it won't have weeds in the pot now, will it, Seth?
Yeah.
Not that I can give you a hard time about that because I'm the worst when it comes to weeding, pet weeding.
I'll quickly check for bad roots.
It could be.
Like in there.
See in the bottom of you?
Yeah.
Just have a look for an old screen because when we potted that we would have put some sort of screen in the bottom of these roots. Without wrecking the roots too much, something's coming out. With a shade cloth. Well, those shade cloths seem to work alright, so.
I might use another bit for the other pot.
Well, we could put the same piece back in that pot.
Unless we want to change it for a bit bigger.
Well, you could put, hang on, I'll go and get some gutter. Right, so now you want to cut two little squares about that big out of gutter. So cut two squares out. Done. That can just sit, they can sit on top, that way the holes are a bit smaller. So you put both in?
Oh, and this one as well?
No, you can, doesn't matter, but it just takes up more room.
Yeah, we might as well just leave it out.
I think two's good. Two looks pretty good.
Right. If we had three, we'll
get the mix, get the soil mix. So you can keep this little pot for another one day. It's a really cool little pot. Okay, now you get a handful and put some in the bottom. We're making you do what you said. You can't sit back and take a back seat, mate. You're the main man, they're all watching.
I know.
Hey? They're all watching you. You got nearly 1,000 people watching you do this. You imagine your whole school watching you do it at once. That's what's on the other side of that camera looking at you.
I know.
Hmm?
Well,
Oh, hang on, I didn't tell you. You've done pretty well, a little bit more. And this has got to get squashed down into there. Pretty good. Now you choose your angle. Now, which is the front? I think this here was the front, and it looked pretty good.
Well, I'll have a look at that.
You happy? Go up near the camera. Which is the best view?
I reckon that way.
Yeah? I reckon it's pretty good out here. It's on a bit of a lean, which makes it interesting.
Yeah.
You could set it up more, but then I reckon it takes the interest away. I like the lean that it's on. Root base is good spread. So now we want to make sure that it's leaning slightly forward towards the viewer, which, guess what, it is.
No, what is it?
Now just fill the sides in with soil.
Also, why'd you say viewer? Don't you mean viewers?
I said viewers, didn't I?
No, you said viewer.
Oh, well, I meant viewers. Sometimes I say what I can't, my mouth doesn't say what I'm trying to say. Well, that spider's here, watch out.
Put him back.
Yeah, I want to put him back. Come back, come back. What if I put him on a leaf? He might want to go on a leaf, yep. And then we put him back on the tree. Oh no, he's in the soil. Come here. Back on the tree, Mr. Spidey. We'll leave that in there for now until he gets on another leaf. Right, now we keep filling inside. Push your fingers in.
Hey, I'm not meant to be doing this.
Yeah, we'll push your fingers in.
Well, how come you're doing it?
I'm just helping you. You know, people have got tea to cook and things to do. They might not want to watch this until midnight. Doing well. Now don't overfill the top because we've got that nice root spread which we want to expose a little bit slowly, not all at once but just slowly. Pretty cool, we've got moss around this trunk which get rid of some of that moss on the trunk, but that's alright, that's good.
Oh, I feel like that's not going more.
Yeah, that's good. Bit of moss on the trunk's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, plus it makes it look cool.
Yeah, makes it look cool.
And so it's not like so brown and smooth and it has green on it. You want green?
No, I reckon you're good there.
Yeah.
No air gaps, nothing.
We want to get that bit there.
No, I think we leave a little bit of room at the top for the moss and then so that the water can sit in there when we water it so that it gets a good amount of soaking.
So I turn the camera off and then we'll go get the moss?
Yep, let's go get the moss and we'll... Okay, Setho, so you found some moss.
We found our jackpot we used last time.
Yep. Get rid of some rocks here there, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, put your scraper under and collect some. Put it on your lid. Now remember how big our pot is, that's how much moss we need to collect.
Yeah, it's probably nowhere as big as this container lid.
Yep, so if you fill that container lid, you've easily got enough.
Yeah. Because it's probably a bit smaller than the container lid. It's not bigger for sure.
Okay, you reckon we got enough?
Just about.
Alright, let's get back to the shed.
I got one more bit, a tiny little bit.
And moss the tree.
And on the way, we might as well show them my new tree I found up the block.
And we'll show them the hawthorn flowers, look at that. Hawthorn's in flower, pretty cool. Needs trim.
Right over here is like the box one, which soon we'll do a couple videos on, won't we?
A little box thorn. It's wilting a bit, but it's a box thorn. It'll be fine.
It'll get better eventually.
Yep.
Now we better get back to the shed. And also these are new couches.
Yes, our new couch is to sit around the pot belly.
Yeah.
Now we can chill out with the pot belly going.
We've got a blanket there. You could use that as a blanket because it's warm material.
Right, let's get back to bonsai, mate.
We're putting the moss on now. Remember, we got to get in these gaps. Small gaps right near the edge. Do we want to pull that leaf out, or is the spider still in there?
I don't know. Leave it with the spider for now, do you think?
Yeah, just for a while. Couple days or two.
Couple, 2-3 days.
Also, when are we starting that 30 days of just videos every day?
Well, I don't know. We might just do it without announcing. Oh, that was my fault. Sorry, Dad. Oh,
We just did all that.
silly Dad.
And now you just made it like 2 times longer.
Oh,
You wrecked this bit of moss.
I'm so silly. Sorry, bud.
It's fine. It will still look the same because it will all grow together eventually.
Yep, moss is a good thing for trees. Good thing for the soil anyway. Keeps it nice and moist. Oh, we only got 2 baby bits to go. I think we're pretty good.
I've got a tiny bit here.
Over here. There's actually a tiny bit of proper moss on the old one. We'll put in here. That's pretty good. When we water it, that'll green up in no time. Get really green.
We don't water it, the sprinkler does.
No, a sprinkler does. And that'll be on another video. So, as you were saying, the 30 videos, well, I don't think we're going to announce it. I think we're just going to start putting a video up every day and see whether we can do it. And if we can't, well, we didn't announce it, so it didn't happen.
Well, we might as well just start it today because we're doing the video.
We could.
Can we add that bit of moss?
Yeah, that's a good bit of moss. Chuck it on.
Add a little bit.
Then we're going to do a spin of your tree. It's been trimmed, wired, mossed, repotted. Now what do you need?
I don't know.
What does a tree need apart from sun?
Water.
Yes.
There's a spider.
Go and get some water.
There's a spider right near your hand.
Go and get that little watering can, bud.
That big spider. There's 2 spiders. Just kill that one. We only need 1.
No, you don't kill him.
Why?
Only kill the poisonous ones. He's alright.
You sure that one's not poisonous?
Maybe he's a baby redback.
Don't kill it.
Bye bye, baby redback. Okay,
The jumping spider.
go and get some water, bud.
Yeah.
Okay, bud, give it some water.
A bit too much.
Put some more water in the middle.
It's all dripping on my socks. And I did it. And that happened when
And a bit more.
he went to fill the water and came up. It's definitely losing the water.
Yep, and then I'll just clean this table a bit. Watch your legs.
Why do you always waste the water by cleaning your table?
And it's washing the table off.